My name is Lara Rahmaini, and I'm a college student at Diponegoro University. How social media reshaped our brain and societies. Globalization, as an abstract anomaly that suddenly arrived and shook the world, has brought internet technology, social media, and its recent offspring, artificial intelligence, which initially seemed like a civilizational advancement with admirable futuristic goals, but quite nuanced and problematic because globalization has brought with it a systemic exploitative logic that harbors hidden interests and the codification of the information with manipulated meanings to suit elite interests in deepening inequality and misleading perceptions. This topic is heavily inspired by and will continue to utilize the perspective of globalization and the grotesque by Lauren Langman and Karen Holland. They highlight that contemporary culture is often reproduced as a grotesque aesthetic. Grotesque aesthetic means that a phenomenon involving suffering is transformed into a product to be commercialized and beautifully visualized, where sympathy and dramatization become selling points. So, society's culture, which once was the expression of or voice of a community, a fundamental and an original value, is transformed into an exploitative visual consumption commodity by market players. This is evidenced by the absurd fetishization of marginalized cultures, which puts cultural meaning and society identity on the brink of death. Their approach touches on empathy through visualization of suffering in the entertainment industry or the so called fetishization of poverty, evident in viral content from impoverished communities that is perceived as humorous and entertaining. Strong evidence also comes from Choliaraki's 2013 study, which introduced the concept of crisis of pity. This study explains that humans lose empathy after consuming large amounts of suffering. The context itself seems to lose meaning due to constant media exposure. Furthermore, it was introduced to us Franco Berardi's theory of passive sadism, which argues that even though the audience may not actively harm us, we can enjoy or witness the suffering of others in aesthetic or touching visualization. Affective emotions are also colonized here. This concept gives rise to false affection and moral fatigue. Sympathy from this dramatization will be continuously sold to a global audience. The logic of digital capitalism here plays an important role in this big narrative. This new colonization instrument requires the redesign of content algorithms and the decolonization of digital culture so that the grotesque phenomenon can be found at the root of the problem and its existence will slowly be eroded and not become the domination of the power holder or market. Or are we too late? Thank you very much.